Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about how to get a taxi in Bangkok. When you first arrive in Bangkok into the big international airport, it's called Suvarnabhumi or whatever, you can take the train into Sukhumvit Road, which Sukhumvit Road is the main street that runs through Bangkok, and that's where the BTS Sky train runs through. It's just the main central location for the city. But that train is, I believe, is shut down from midnight until 6 in the morning. So most of us travelers coming from the United States, we're not going to arrive into the international airport until about 1 in the morning, which is usually what's happened to me. So that's not even an option. I have had it where I've had flight delays, and I did take that train one time, and it was a lot cheaper than getting a taxi. But boy, I was pretty darn tired. I think it was like 7 in the morning when I got off that plane. But you'll walk out the front doors, and there'll be a bunch of taxis there, and they're all waiting there for anybody. But also, if you ever did have to flag down a taxi in Asia, like even if you're already in the city and stuff like that, how you call a taxi over is you go like this. You stick out your arm and do like this, which seems really weird to us coming from the United States. We would be like, come on over, come on over. But in Asia, you don't do that. That's how you call a dog over, and they are likely to not stop for you if you do that. It's very disrespectful in the Asian cultures. So yeah. Anyways, you're gonna go out there and you'll talk to the taxi drivers, and most of them are gonna ask some stupidly ridiculous price to take you into the city. What I found out is whenever I negotiate a price to take me in the city, I always negotiate for 500 baht, and that's what I've always paid. So if somebody won't take you into Sukhumvit Road to your hotel there for 500 baht, keep walking down the line. There's got to be about 50 taxis there until one of those taxi drivers agrees to do that there. And then when they take you out of the airport, that price that you negotiated, that's to get you there, because you'll go through a toll booth. And I've had some of the taxi drivers that are like, I need money for the toll or whatever, and I'm like, no, we negotiated 500 baht. That's all I got, and they'll pay it or whatever. But you can also ask them to use the meter. And on my last trip to Bangkok, I actually did, just to see how that would go. And I made sure that I said, you turn on that meter, and I pointed at it, and he said yes, yes, yes. And then it was only 250 baht to take me into the city. But if you use the meter, when he gets to the toll booth, you are responsible. So I forgot what the toll was. So it'll be more expensive than 250. But I don't know. It's probably like 50 baht or whatever to get through that toll booth or whatever. So it's cheaper that way. But like I said, when you're arriving in a new country or anything, it does make you very nervous if you don't have a guaranteed price. So I suggest whenever you arrive in a new country or whatever, that you should negotiate the price beforehand. Because one of my friends that moved from South Africa to China, he had that happen to him where he was in, I believe he was in Shenzhen is where he first moved to, and he never negotiated a price. He just said, whatever, to use the meter or whatever, and the taxi driver took him way out there or whatever and charged him an exorbitant rate that he couldn't even afford. You won't even have this kind of money. And he said, that's not what we negotiated. I don't even have that kind of money. Well, the taxi driver dropped him off in the middle of nowhere, and he had to walk back into the city. So I was like, I definitely don't want that ever happening to me. And then in the mornings, when you're getting ready to get on your flight, you've always got to arrive at the international airport 3 hours ahead of time. So yeah, I've just always walked out on the street. There usually aren't that many taxis around Bangkok really late at night. So I just walk down the sidewalk and just keep walking until I see a taxi that's just pulled over or whatever, or one driving by, and I'll flag them down going like this, But usually there will be a taxi driver sleeping in there or whatever, and then you just rack on the window a little bit and to wake him up and have him take you into town for back to the airport for 500 baht. And I just want to add another note. Last time I was in South America, I had a taxi driver, and I negotiated the price, and I think it was like, I forget even got how much it was or whatever, and it was all the money that I had converted. I mean, that was seriously all the money that I had to get in. And he, when we got to the toll booth, he said, I need money to pay for it, or whatever. And I was like, no, we negotiated for this price or whatever. And him and me, we must have gone back and forth with Google Translate. He was speaking in Spanish for about 3 minutes, trying to understand each other, because I was just like, that's all I have. I was like, you can't have money that I don't have or whatever. And finally we got it through. He's like, you deduct the toll booth money off of the 100,000 pesos to get through there or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, there, we understood. And we ran through it with Google Translate a few more times to make sure he understood that I was deducting it off of the 100,000 I offered him for it. So whatever it was, 20,000 for the toll booth, 20,000 pesos for the toll booth. And then when I got to the airport, instead of paying him 100,000 pesos, I paid him 80,000 pesos, and then we were good. And we always get the thumbs up to make sure you're allowed to leave the car and everything. So that's my experience with taxis in Asia and South America and around the world. So, all right, hope this helps you guys. All right, bye.